There comes a moment in life when you realize the people you once depended on, your children, your relatives, may not always be there in the way you hoped. Not because they don't care, but because life pulls everyone in different directions. But here's the truth. Your happiness, your health, and your peace should never be left in someone else's hands. Today I'm going to share 5 powerful things you can build your life on, so you can wake up each morning knowing you are strong, fulfilled, and completely in control, no matter who stands beside you. Imagine this. It's a bright sunny morning. You wake up, stretch your arms, and feel a lightness in your body. No joint stiffness. No heavy breathing. You're able to get up without calling anyone for help. You walk to the kitchen, make your tea, and sit by the window with a smile, because you know you are in control of your body. This is the first pillar of building your best life as a senior, relying on your own physical health and strength. You see, when we depend too much on others for basic things, like walking, cooking, or even moving around, we slowly lose our independence. And independence is the foundation of happiness in later years. Why health is the first key. Family love is beautiful, but it's not a guarantee that someone will always be available when you need them. People have jobs, children, responsibilities, and sometimes they live far away. If your well-being is entirely in their hands, you're setting yourself up for frustration, loneliness, and even resentment. But when you make your body your own priority, by keeping it active, flexible, and strong, you're not just avoiding sickness. You're giving yourself freedom. The freedom to go to the park without asking anyone. The freedom to travel if you wish. The freedom to enjoy life's small pleasures without limitations. Practical steps for seniors to stay physically independent. Daily movement is non-negotiable. I'm not talking about exhausting workouts. I'm talking about gentle, consistent movement. Walk for 20 to 30 minutes every day. If you can't go outside, walk around your home. Stretch. Do light yoga or tai chi. Your muscles and joints are like doors. If you don't move them daily, they rust. Strength training for seniors. Many older adults avoid lifting anything heavier than a grocery bag, thinking it's unsafe. But here's the truth. Lightweight training can prevent falls, improve posture, and even reduce arthritis pain. Simple exercises with resistance bands or 1 to 2 kilograms weights can make a huge difference. Balance and stability work. Falling is one of the biggest health risks for seniors. Simple balance exercises, like standing on one foot while holding a chair, can keep you steady and confident on your feet. Nutrition that fuels your body. Your body needs the right fuel to stay strong. Focus on whole foods, vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, nuts, and plenty of water. Avoid too much sugar or processed food, as they can drain your energy and weaken your immune system. Regular check UPS. Prevention is always better than cure. Don't skip medical checkups, dental visits, or eye exams. Catching problems early means you can address them before they slow you down. The emotional side of physical strength. Let's be real, aging comes with its challenges. But one of the most empowering feelings you can have as you grow older is knowing, I can take care of myself. When you can walk without help, cook your own meal, or even carry your own groceries, it boosts your confidence. And that confidence doesn't just stay in your body, it spreads to your mind and spirit. You start thinking, if I can do this, I can do more. And here's something powerful. People treat you differently when they see you as strong and capable. Instead of pity, you earn respect. Instead of being seen as a burden, you're seen as an inspiration. Stories that prove it's possible. I know a 76-year-old woman named Yasmin. She lives alone in her small apartment. Every morning at 6 a.m., she takes a walk around her block. She carries her own groceries, attends a local dance class, and even climbs the stairs to her flat without stopping. She's not lucky, she's consistent. On the other hand, I've met people in their 60s who have given up on movement entirely. They rely on family for the smallest things, and as a result, they lose more independence every year. The difference isn't age, it's mindset and daily choices. Your takeaway for part 1. If you want to build your best life without depending on family, start here. Make your physical health your personal responsibility. Every step you take, every healthy meal you choose, every stretch you do is an investment in your freedom. Remember, your body is your home. And the stronger you keep it, the less you'll need to wait for someone else to make life happen for you. So, if you're ready to build a life that's truly your own, let's move to the second thing you should rely on instead of family. Something that keeps your mind as sharp and vibrant as your body. Rely on your own mental independence and lifelong learning. Think about this. Your body can be strong, but if your mind becomes dependent, you're still not truly free. Physical independence lets you move, but mental independence is what lets you live with confidence, make your own choices, and keep your dignity. As we grow older, It's easy to slip into a pattern of letting others think, decide, or solve problems for us, especially family. You might find yourself saying, "I'll just wait for my son to help me with that," or, "I'll ask my daughter to handle it." But every time you give away a decision, you give away a little piece of your independence. Why mental independence matters more than ever. Your mind is like a muscle. If you stop using it, it weakens. And in today's world, where technology changes fast and life moves quickly, staying mentally active is more than a hobby, it's a necessity. Family members may love you deeply, but their priorities are not always the same as yours. If you rely on them for all your information, decisions, and problem solving, you end up living their version of life, not yours. When you keep your mind sharp and active, you stay in control of your daily life. Avoid being misled or taken advantage of. Make better health and financial decisions. Maintain confidence in social situations. How to stay mentally independent as a senior. Keep learning something new every day. Learning doesn't stop at school, it stops when you stop feeding your brain. Read books, take online courses, watch educational videos, or join community workshops. Even learning a new recipe or a few words in another language can wake up your mind. Stay comfortable with technology. Many seniors avoid smartphones, computers, or online tools because they feel too old to learn them. But technology can keep you connected, informed, and independent. Learning to pay your bills online, order groceries, or video call friends can reduce your reliance on family. Make your own decisions, even small ones. From what you wear to where you travel, make sure you are making the final choice. Ask for advice if needed, but don't hand over all the control. Your voice matters. Solve problems yourself first. Before calling someone for help, try to find a solution on your own. This builds confidence and keeps your thinking sharp. Challenge your brain regularly. Crossword puzzles, chess, memory games, or simply writing your thoughts in a journal can strengthen mental agility. The emotional strength that comes with mental independence. When you know you can handle life's challenges, big or small, your self-worth grows. You no longer feel like a burden. You feel like an active participant in your own life. You also become more resilient to loneliness. Many seniors feel isolated when family visits are rare, but if you have hobbies, skills, and learning goals, your mind stays engaged and fulfilled, even when you're alone. A story that proves the point. Let me tell you about Mr. Ahmed, a 79-year-old retired teacher. After his wife passed away, his children suggested he move in with them. Instead, he chose to live alone, but with a plan. Every morning, he reads the newspaper and writes a one-page summary of what's happening in the world. He's learning how to paint landscapes through online tutorials. He even joined a virtual book club where members from different countries share thoughts. When you talk to Mr. Ahmed, you forget his age. His conversations are lively, his humor is sharp, and his opinions are well-informed. His children still visit and help when needed, but he doesn't depend on them for his happiness or decisions. Why lifelong learning protects you. Here's something many people don't talk about. Mental independence also protects you from being manipulated. Sadly, some seniors are taken advantage of financially or emotionally because they don't understand certain systems or processes. But when you're informed, when you read, learn, and stay updated, you can spot a scam, say no to bad advice, and protect your future. Your takeaway for part 2. Rely on your own mind. Keep it sharp, keep it curious, and keep it active. The stronger your mental independence, the less you'll have to wait for someone else to tell you what's best for your life. Remember this, your mind is your personal freedom. Protect it, grow it, use it. In the next part, we'll move to the third thing seniors should rely on instead of family, something that can fill your days with joy and your heart with peace. Your personal passions and purpose. Rely on your personal passions and purpose. Picture this. You wake up in the morning with a smile. Not because someone is coming over, not because there's a family gathering, but because you have something exciting to do for yourself. This is what living with passion and purpose feels like. It's waking up every day with a reason to get out of bed, something that lights up your heart and makes you feel alive. When you rely solely on family for your happiness, your emotional state can become tied to their schedules, moods, and priorities. If they're busy, you feel neglected. If they're stressed, you feel helpless. But when you build a life around your own passions, you create an inner world of joy that no one can take away from you. Why passion and purpose matter more after 60. In younger years, our purpose often comes from career, raising children, or building a home. But after retirement or once the children are grown, many people feel a void. That's when it becomes critical to redefine your purpose. Not as a parent or worker, but as a unique individual. Without this, days can start to blend together. You wake up, eat, sit, watch TV, sleep, and repeat. Life feels slow, empty, and dependent on others to bring excitement. But with passion and purpose, even the smallest moments feel rich. How to discover or reignite your passions. Revisit old loves. What did you enjoy before life got busy? Painting? Gardening? Writing? Music? Sometimes the things we loved in youth are the very things that can bring joy in later years. Experiment with new activities. Try something you've never done before: photography, pottery, community theater, birdwatching, or even learning a musical instrument. You don't have to be an expert to enjoy something. Join clubs or groups. Passion grows when it's shared. Join a walking club, book club, art class, or volunteer group. You'll not only do what you love, you'll meet people who share your interests. Turn hobbies into contribution. Purpose deepens when we give. If you knit, donate scarves to shelters. If you love baking, share with neighbors. When your passion serves others, it becomes a legacy. Set personal goals. Goals give structure to your passion. Whether it's reading 50 books in a year, planting a new flower bed, or learning a song on the guitar, having something to work toward keeps life exciting. The emotional security of passion. Here's something powerful. Passions don't cancel plans on you. They don't get too busy for you. They're always there waiting for you to show up. When you have something that excites you, whether it's creating art, tending to plants, or writing stories, loneliness becomes less of a burden. You stop waiting for the phone to ring because you're already engaged in something meaningful. A real-life example. Mrs. Fatima, at 72, discovered photography after her husband passed away. At first, she simply took pictures of flowers in her garden. Then she started exploring her city with her camera, capturing people's smiles, markets, and sunsets. Eventually, she began posting them online, where her work gained a small following. Her children live abroad, but she rarely feels lonely. Photography gives her a daily reason to go outside, to notice beauty, and to connect with strangers. Her life is full, not because someone fills her time but because she fills it herself. Purpose as a shield against emptiness. Purpose is more than a hobby, it's a shield against boredom, depression, and dependency. Seniors who lack purpose often feel life is just passing by. Those with passion feel life is still worth chasing. And here's the secret: you don't need something grand. You just need something that matters to you. Your takeaway for part 3. Don't wait for someone else to bring meaning into your life. Create it. Find it. Build it. The stronger your connection to your passions and purpose, the less you'll rely on family for your emotional well-being. You'll be able to enjoy their company without needing it to feel whole. In the next part, we'll talk about the 4th thing seniors should rely on instead of family, something that brings peace, stability, and security: your financial independence. Rely on your financial independence. Let's be honest, money isn't everything, but in later life, it can mean the difference between feeling free and feeling trapped. Financial independence doesn't just buy comfort, it buys dignity, choices, and peace of mind. When you rely heavily on family for money, you also give them silent power over your decisions. Even if they never intend to control you, the dependence can make you hesitate before buying something you need, going somewhere you want, or making choices that cost money. Why financial independence is freedom. Think about it: when you have your own resources, you can choose where and how you live. You can buy what you need without feeling guilty. You can say yes to experiences without waiting for someone else's approval. You avoid the awkward feeling of being a burden. Financial independence is not about being rich. It's about being in control of your life. It's about knowing you can meet your needs and some of your wants without anyone else's permission or help. How seniors can strengthen financial independence. Live within your means. The less you spend on things you don't need, the more you keep for the things you truly enjoy. Downsize if you have to. Sometimes a smaller home or fewer expenses means more freedom. Have a clear budget. Write down your income and expenses. Know exactly where your money goes each month. This prevents surprises and helps you save for special things. Create multiple income streams. Even in later years, small income sources can help, like renting out a room, selling handmade crafts, consulting in your field, or investing in low-risk options. Avoid unnecessary debt. Debt creates stress and limits freedom. Pay off what you can, and avoid taking on new loans unless absolutely necessary. Emergency fund. Always have savings set aside for unexpected situations. This reduces stress when life throws you a surprise. Seek professional advice. A good financial advisor, preferably one who understands retirement planning, can help you make the most of your resources. The emotional benefits of financial control. When you know you can handle your bills, medical needs, and little pleasures, your mind relaxes. You stop feeling like you have to wait for family to decide if something is affordable. You can treat yourself without guilt. Financial independence also improves how others see you. Instead of being viewed as a dependent, you're seen as capable and resourceful. And that respect changes the way people treat you. A story that shows the power of financial freedom. Mr. Salman, 74, lost his wife 10 years ago. His children offered to support him, but he politely declined. He had saved from his teaching career, invested in a small rental property and kept his expenses low. Now he lives comfortably in a modest apartment, takes short trips every year, and even surprises his grandchildren with gifts. His children still love and visit him, but there's no financial tension in their relationship. Why? Because they know he's standing on his own 2 feet. Breaking this silent guilt cycle. Many seniors who depend on family for money feel a quiet guilt, hesitating to ask for something, avoiding certain purchases, or accepting less than they deserve because they don't want to be too much trouble. But when you have your own resources, you remove that guilt. You live on your terms. You decide how to spend without waiting for anyone's blessing. That freedom is priceless. Your takeaway for part 4. If you want to build your best life without relying on family, protect and grow your financial independence. Even small amounts of money you control yourself can give you big freedom in decision-making. Remember, money is not the goal. Freedom is the goal. Money is simply the tool that allows you to live life on your terms. In the next part, we'll explore the 5th and final thing seniors should rely on instead of family. Something that brings both happiness and peace no matter your age, your personal network and social circle. Rely on your personal network and social circle. If there's one truth about life, it's this. Humans are not meant to live in isolation. We thrive when we have people to share our days with, to laugh with, and to lean on when life gets heavy. But here's the key, that support system doesn't have to be just family. Too often, seniors place all their emotional and social expectations on their children or close relatives. And when those family members get busy, live far away, or can't be there as often as hoped, the result is loneliness and disappointment. The solution? Build a personal network and social circle that is yours, independent of family ties. Why a personal social circle is essential. Your friends, neighbors, and community connections can give you companionship and conversation, offer practical help in emergencies, share hobbies, events, and outings with you, keep you mentally and emotionally engaged. When you have a diverse circle, you're never relying on just 1 or 2 people for all your needs. If one friend is busy, another is available. If one group isn't meeting, you have another to turn to. How to build and maintain your own network. Reconnect with old friends. People from your school, workplace, or neighborhood might still be out there waiting for a hello from you. A simple phone call can revive an old connection. Make new friends through activities. Join a walking club, yoga class, book group, or community choir. Shared interests make it easier to bond and create lasting friendships. Be active in your community. Attend local events, volunteer, or get involved in local causes. Not only does this give you a purpose, but it introduces you to people who share your values. Use technology to stay connected. Learn to use video calls, social media, and messaging apps. You can keep in touch with friends across the country, or even across the world, without leaving home. Give as much as you receive. Friendships thrive on mutual care. Check in on others, offer help when you can, and celebrate their wins as you would your own. The emotional power of friendships. Friends are the family you choose. They can make ordinary days special and hard days bearable. They can laugh with you until your stomach hurts, listen when you need to talk, and bring joy just by showing up. And unlike relying only on family, friendships are built on mutual choice, not obligation. Both people want to be there, which makes the connection even more meaningful. A real-life example. Mrs. Noreen, 78, lives in a small town where most of her relatives are far away. Instead of waiting for visits, she created a weekly tea gathering with her neighbors. Every Thursday afternoon, a group of 6 women meet at her home, share snacks, talk about their week, and play a board game. Over time, they've become a second family to each other, helping with errands, driving to appointments, and even celebrating birthdays together. Mrs. Noreen says, "I may not see my children often, but I am never lonely. My friends keep me laughing and I keep them laughing." Friendships as a safety net. A strong social network can also be a practical safety net. If you're unwell, friends can bring food or check in on you. If you need company, they're just a call away. And when you have people who care about you beyond family, you're never completely alone. Your takeaway for part 5. Build your circle. Nurture it. Protect it. The people in your personal network will be your companions, your supporters, and your joy bringers. With them, you're never fully dependent on family for love, laughter, or a sense of belonging. Final words, your 5 pillars for a life you control. Let's recap the 5 things seniors should rely on instead of family for happiness, health, and peace. Your physical health and strength. Your independence starts in your body. Your mental independence and lifelong learning. Keep your mind sharp and curious. Your passions and purpose. Wake up excited for your own reasons. Your financial independence. Freedom comes from controlling your resources. Your personal network and social circle. Companionship beyond family. When you build your life on these 5 pillars, you'll find that your happiness no longer depends on whether family is nearby or free to visit. You'll live with dignity, confidence, and peace, knowing that you are the author of your own story. Because here's the truth: family love is a blessing, but your life is your responsibility. And when you take that responsibility into your own hands, you create something beautiful. A life that is yours fully and completely.